My name is Lenora Whitmore, and for 11 years I believed that being a good mother meant learning when to step back. My son Everett had always been independent. Even as a child, he hated asking for help. So when he married a woman named Brielle, I made a promise to myself that I would never become the mother-in-law who interfered in her son's marriage. I wanted Brielle to feel comfortable around me. I wanted her to know that I respected her as Everett's wife and as the mother of their little girl Macy. When Macy was born, everything changed for me. She was my first grandchild and I loved her immediately. But I was careful. I never arrived without calling. I never criticized Brielle's parenting. I never told her what food Macy should eat or what clothes she should wear. Whenever she needed space, I gave it to her. For Macy's first few birthdays, I helped quietly. I brought presents, decorated when Brielle asked, and left whenever the party was over. Then Macy turned 6, 2 weeks before her birthday. Brielle called me. "Lenora, we're keeping the party small this year." "Of course," I said. "What would you like me to bring?" There was a pause. "Actually, I don't think you should come." I thought I had misunderstood her. "I'm sorry, we're inviting only close family." I almost laughed because I thought she was joking. "Brielle, I'm Macy's grandmother." "I know." "Then what do you mean?" Her voice became cold. "Everett and I decided that it's better if you stay away." I felt something sink inside me. Did I do something? No, just respect our decision. Call ended. I sat at my kitchen table for several minutes without moving. I wanted to call Everett immediately, but I stopped myself. If my son had agreed with her, I didn't want to create another argument, so I did what I had always done. I stepped back. On the morning of Macy's birthday, I wrapped the present I had bought weeks earlier. It was a small wooden jewelry box with her name engraved on it. I drove to their house anyway, not to enter, not to cause trouble. I simply wanted to leave the gift at the door. When I arrived, I saw balloons through the windows. Cars filled the driveway. Music was playing inside. I walked toward the front door carrying the wrapped box. Before I could knock, the door opened. Brielle stood there. She looked surprised to see me. "Lenora, what are you doing here?" "I came to leave Macy's present." "You shouldn't have." I looked past her. "Can I at least give it to her?" No, the answer was immediate. My heart hurt. "She's my granddaughter. Today is her birthday. Please don't make this difficult." I handed her the box. "Just give this to her." She took it, then she closed the door. I stood there for a few seconds before walking back to my car. I cried the entire drive home, but I still didn't call Everett. That evening my phone finally rang. It was my son. "Mom," his voice sounded strange. "Happy birthday to Macy," I said. "Mom, why didn't you tell me you came?" I froze. "I thought you knew." "I didn't." Silence filled the line. Then Everett said something that confused me. "Mom, I need you to listen carefully." "I'm listening." "Macy didn't want a big birthday party." I frowned. "What? She wanted you there." I sat down. "What are you talking about?" Everett took a breath. "Brielle told me that Macy said she wanted Grandma Lenora to bring her the jewelry box and read her the birthday letter." I felt tears fill my eyes. "Then why wasn't I invited?" "I don't know." "What happened?" His voice became quieter. "Mom, there's something else." He explained that several months earlier, Brielle had started a new business with one of her friends. The business wasn't doing well. She had borrowed money from several people, including Everett. Then she had borrowed money from someone else without telling him. But that wasn't the worst part. Brielle had been using family events to impress people connected to the business. Macy's birthday party wasn't really a birthday party. It was a networking event. Brielle had invited clients, potential investors, and business partners. She didn't want me there because she was embarrassed by my simple lifestyle. Everett had discovered the truth that afternoon when he overheard Brielle telling someone that having an ordinary mother-in-law around would make her look less successful. I couldn't speak. Finally I said, "Does Macy know?" "No." I didn't want my granddaughter caught in the middle. The next morning Everett came to my house. He looked exhausted. "Mom, I'm sorry. You didn't know." "I should have noticed." I shook my head. "You can't control every decision your wife makes." He sat across from me. Then he pulled something from his pocket. It was the jewelry box. Brielle left this in the car. I opened it. Inside was the little birthday letter I had written for Macy. My hands began trembling. "What happened after the party?" Everett looked down. I confronted her. "And she admitted everything. She apologized, eventually." I sighed. "What happens now?" Everett didn't answer immediately. Then he said, "I'm taking Macy to see you this weekend." I smiled through my tears. "You don't have to choose between us." "I know. I just want my granddaughter to know that I love her." 3 days later, Macy arrived at my house holding a small backpack. The moment she saw me, she ran into my arms. "Grandma," I hugged her tightly. "Happy birthday, sweetheart." She pulled away. "Why didn't you come to my party?" I looked at Everett. He nodded. I knelt beside her. "I wasn't invited." Her eyes widened. "But I asked Mommy to invite you." I felt my heart break. "I know." She hugged me again, then she whispered, "I wanted you there." I kissed her forehead. "I'm here now. We opened the jewelry box together. She loved it. That evening, Everett and I talked privately. He told me that Brielle had agreed to get help with her financial problems and stop using family events for appearances, but I told him something important. Stay in a marriage just because you're afraid of disappointing people. He nodded. I know. Months passed. Brielle eventually came to my house. She stood at the door holding a small envelope. Owe you an apology. I invited her inside. She sat down. I was embarrassed. About me, she nodded. I thought everyone around me had to look successful. I looked at her. You hurt your own daughter to protect an image. She lowered her head. I know. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I simply said, I don't need to be invited to every event, but don't use Macy as a reason to punish me. She began crying. I won't. And she kept her promise. The next year, Macy's 7th birthday was completely different. There were no business guests, no networking, no pretending, just family. When I arrived, Brielle opened the door herself. Come in, Lenora. I smiled. Macy ran toward me. Grandma, you're here. I hugged her. And for the first time in a long time, I understood something. Being family doesn't mean having a place at every table. It means that even when someone tries to remove you from the room, the people who truly love you will remember where you belong. My daughter-in-law locked me out of her daughter's birthday, but my son eventually revealed the truth. And the truth wasn't that I had lost my family. It was that my family had finally learned the difference between keeping peace and protecting the people you love.